Hey Kodos, what's up? Hope you are doing great. I came with another interesting video which is helpful for all the freshers over there. Like best projects that we need to add in the resume. Firstly, I wanted to mention a point on adding a project in your resume. Like I have observed a lot of people are adding projects related to the same technologies like HTML, CSS and JavaScript. All the 3 or 4 projects that I have added in the resume are related to the same technologies. But this is not the way how it works. You have to be much more clear on adding the projects. If you have done more number of projects while coming to adding in the resume, it has to be the way like it covers all the technologies that you have mentioned in your resume. Let's say if you mention the project as a Marin full stack and Python and SQL, the projects has to be one related to HTML, CSS, JavaScript, that is a responsive and dynamic website, and another project is like a front-end related project that you have made using React.js, and another project is related to Python and Django on the backend related project. So here if the interviewer get your resume, you will get to know that you have a good understanding on all these technologies and you have made projects related to all the technologies that you have mentioned. So let's explore all the projects related to all the technologies in the coming slides. Before getting started, do like, share and subscribe to my channel. Let's go. Yes, starting with HTML and CSS related projects, we have a login page. Like by doing these projects, we can understand more on the form elements and input elements like login page and the login credentials like email ID and passwords and the submit button, and we need to validate the credentials and submit for the login. Next, coming to the product landing page, we can understand more about the background image and to fit the background image to the responsive website like mobile and laptop devices. Next, coming to image gallery, we can learn more about the adding the images to the website and clicking on the button to move the next image. We can also add the cursor for making the images move with the respect to time delay. And next we have a restaurant menu website where we can learn more about the writing the cart and designing a cart in a responsive way and adding more number of items that related to the restaurant menu. And we also can learn about the icons that we need to add on the restaurant to like a call to action button where the people can log into the restaurant menu and check their products and also follow the social media applications of that restaurant. Next, we have a sports stat website. It is a kind of a dashboard where we can involve a table format like rows and columns, and we can involve all the data of the players on each match, and we can also involve images and the entire stats of the players in each match. We can learn about the dashboard designing by doing this sports stat website. Here are the JavaScript projects that we can try. Where begins the real challenge by creating the JavaScript websites, where we all know that JavaScript is like a very huge technology where it involves a lot of logic and dynamic functionalities that we can add in the website. Starting with the quiz game, we have a question and answers that we need to answer for all the questions that are displayed on the website, where we can learn more about the DOM manipulations and also event listeners and event handlers, and we can learn more about the conditional statements that we need to add for each and every question if the question is true or false. In that way we can design this quiz game website. Next we have a to-do list website, which is a very famous and a very must do website for the JavaScript projects. Like we can learn more about handling the local storage, that we need to submit the to-do list, that we need to have a proper list on each day to finish the to-do list things. And we can also add the form elements that we have discussed in the previous website in the HTML and CSS login page. So we can also add those elements here. Next we have a weather app where we need to design a API that will give the accurate weather of a city and the current weather. So we can add a beautiful and meaningful website images on the background, and we can add more functionalities like current weather and all type of functionalities. Next, coming to image slider, as we have discussed in the previous website, like image gallery, it is comes with added functionalities like saving the image, and it gives the images that are related to the different category and so on. Like coming to form validation, here we need to implement a functionality for a form, validating the form based on particular conditions, like a user credentials like email ID and password. If the password has a numbers and letters, then only we need to allow the user to log into the page. These are the 5 websites that we can try to understand the JavaScript concepts properly, and we can enter the React next. Yes, here we have the React.js projects. After getting familiar with all the topics that we have added in the JavaScript, we can start building the project related to React.js after learning all the topics in the React.js as well. Starting with job portal, by doing this project we can learn more about the class components and the projects component structure and the props and state handling, and also rendering the components and React router and the form handling techniques as well. Next, coming to music player application, by doing this project we can learn more about the audio tags and the component structure and the event handling and the React hooks as well. And we can also get into conditional rendering, as we need to render the UI based on a particular condition. For example, we can only give access to the particular users on a login to home or other component in the navbar. Next, coming to e-commerce, we can learn more about navbar and cart creation, product cards, and search filter, and sort the products based on the category and the price. We can learn more about these things, and based on the price and the category we can sort the products, and we can also handle the local storage for storing the recent viewed products and the products that we have added in the cart. Coming to crypto dashboard, we need to handle the real-time data that we need to display on the UI for each and every price of the coin in the cryptocurrency, and we need to handle the chart of the analysis of the price of each and every coin, and we can also handle the errors in this projects, and we can also create the responsive grid system for this cryptocurrency dashboard, creating the table in rows and columns based. And we can also use SQL as a DB for creating the data inside the SQL DB. Next, coming to portfolio website, which is very important project that we need to put in our resume, so that we can showcase all our projects inside a single website, which is portfolio website. Here we can add a few more animations, and we can also deploy on open source websites like Netlify and Vercel, and the render as well. So by doing all these projects, we can learn a deep understanding on React.js. I will also add all these projects and their topics in the description. You can check out there. Next we have a Node and Express projects. This is completely related to the backend. So we can start by exploring the blog API, where we can understand more about the API like REST APIs, like adding the data, put, post, delete, request, and the authentication system. Also we can do for the login and logout features of the e-commerce application. Next we can do the e-commerce backend, like requesting the API from the backend, requesting the data, and we have a contact form project next week with the email notification. When a user enters all the details and request for a data or any other request, then the user will directly get a email notification that the user has logged in successfully to our website. Next we can have a RESTful APIs for a job board, like while requesting a job, it will directly go to that particular company website and apply to the job. By filling a one details form, we can apply to the multiple jobs in the job board. Here we can learn more concepts on the API and also understanding of the backend request that we will be handling on the using Node and Express. Next we have Python Django projects, where we can design the website like a library management system, where we'll be adding the books to read and type of books based on the authors and based on the category of the books like fictional and non-fictional. We can add in this website. Next we have a social media web app, where it is a clone web app like Instagram and the WhatsApp or the Facebook clone. We can design any of the clone website using this Python and Django. We can understand more concepts of Python, automating the things, and adding the Django for the library, and we can design the backend part for these websites. Next we have a file organizer script, where we can organize the files based on the name of the file, or we can also organize the file based on the storage of the file. We have a PDF merger. When we add a multiple PDF, it will merge and give us the output as a single PDF that we can try in this backend project. Email auto responder bot, like you have a email. If you get an email, it will directly respond with a notification like acknowledged and that we have received your mail, so that it will reduce the time of the user to respond to each and every mail. Next we have a Java and Spring projects, so we can try these projects as a backend of the application, like appointment booking system, like booking an appointment for any of the doctors or any of the professionals. So we can book the appointment on this website. Like a multi-user management system, when we have multiple users on a single device, we can handle the user's timeline and how much time the user has logged into the system. So next we have a risk alert system that we can try as a website. So when we have a risk on any of the server or any of the applications, it will give an alert to the user and also send a notification to the user through the mail. So we can try this risk alert system as well. Next we have a complete full stack projects, where we can try the Medium clone, like a blog website. Medium is a very good example for designing the blog websites, where most of the users will add their experiences in interview experiences, rejection experiences in the Medium portal. So we can try the designing the clone of the Medium website. Next we have a task management app, where we can handle the tasks which are assigned to the users, and when we can try by assigning the projects to our friends as well. Like an online learning platform where we can design this learning platform like a front end by using the HTML, CSS and React. Backend we can use a Node or Express or Java or Spring. We can use any of the backend technologies that we are familiar with. So next we have a image caption app. For any type of image, it will directly generate the caption by uploading the image. So next we have a video summary app. If we upload a video, it will directly give a summary of the video by watching the entire video. So we can also involve AI in this application by using the low level or high level models. We can also design the websites which are by adding the APIs of the AI. That's all about all the technologies that we have covered in this video. So you need to add the projects that are related to the different technologies in your resume. Try to remember this one point so you can directly add projects in your resume. Thanks for watching the video till the end. See you in the next video.